Now I find myself triggered because during the hardest time of my year last year, of me literally trying to stay alive, me dealing with all the craziness of my ex, the lying, the alienation, him calling me a whore.
Hey guys, welcome to Drama Queens. Today is the day you learn something about this kind of women. We hop directly in the video.
Hey, it's Jenna. Recently divorced and kind of figuring out this new way of life. I was married for 23 years and with that person for 3 years prior. So for a total of 26 years of my life, I have been out of the game of dating, making friends, going out, and stuff like that as a single woman in her 40s. Yeah, I'm 47. So I've raised children. My children are adult children now. And it's kind of interesting because it's so lonely at this stage in life after divorce, especially with older children, because you make all your friends when they're younger, or at least I did. I met my friends.
Women always seem to initiate the divorce and then regret the ex-husband spending more time with their kids and complain about being lonely even though they had a perfectly fine marriage that they left behind. Looking at her face, it seems like her problem isn't the divorce. She is just going through the emotions of being left behind.
Hey, it's me, Jenna. Recently divorced and trying to survive this year. I'm gonna be honest. The random things that trigger me are the craziest things. I'm sitting in my car, literally sitting in my car, trying to pull myself together because I did what any mom does, and I pulled an emergency drive to my daughter because she needed something, and drove an hour because she's at college to drop something off. And was just so thankful that I could do it for her and fit her in my schedule. And the littlest thing she said just triggered me. And this is the second time in a week that my child has triggered me without even meaning to. So we're getting ready to leave, and she's like, well, I'll be home because I'm going to be at the Clemson Notre Dame game because Dad's going to take us all. You think that's nothing, right? Nothing, right? And it instantly
I don't talk about that stuff. Proceeds to make a TikTok outlining everything for the world to see. A TikTok that her daughter is going to view anyway and find out what the problem is.
This year, I'm gonna be honest, the random things that trigger me, I don't want her to worry. So last week she says, oh, well, Dad said for Christmas we're gonna go to Gatlinburg and be there for the holidays and do Dollywood. That man never once ever went to Gatlinburg or Dollywood ever in his entire life before he met me. That was where my family always went. I'm from Tennessee. That's something we always did. It was a bonding thing. And now that's what he's trying to do. It's like he's taken every single tradition.
She's upset because the husband is bonding with his kids. She fails to understand that their kids are not just hers. They are his kids too. Seems like she is more upset about not having a pampered life anymore and is more affected by missing that lifestyle rather than being upset over the divorce. She wants to play the victim so badly that she resorts to blaming a man for loving his children and wanting to spend time with them.
Now I find myself triggered because during the hardest time of my year last year, of me literally trying to stay alive, me dealing with all the craziness of my ex, the lying, the alienation, him calling me a whore, him having my children call me a whore. Why? Not because I did anything bad, because I wore spaghetti straps and all that. And the only way that he could use my children against me was to say I was on social media. I'm a photographer. I make silly TikToks. Honestly, I'll probably progress more with my TikToks because at first they were just pictures, but the more I was stressed, the more I hid in myself, the more I tried to survive, the more I took refuge in TikToks and finding stuff that, resonated with me. And honestly, it's the way I realized what a covert narcissist was, or how.
With all that Botox, it does not seem like she had to go through financial abuse. Again, she is just finding ways to blame everything she's going through on the man, when she was probably the one who filed for the divorce in the first place.
Who would think, Mom, we're going to Gatlinburg for Christmas, would trigger me? This man's had at least 3 vacations in the past year to like really nice places with my children. At least 3 that I know of, because he has them lie to me. He has them outright lie to me about so much stuff. So who knows? God knows what they've done. And then the holidays and all that. Now my triggers are, oh, he gets to just go and take my kids to the Notre Dame and Clemson game. I wish I could do that. I can't afford to do that. Why? Because he screwed me. He lied about owning a company. And there's ways to prove it. I'm trying to be happy and show my kids that like life can move on, but the triggers, the random fucking triggers that have me sitting in a Quick Trip parking lot trying not to cry. Why? Because my ex has so much money. He makes more than $18,000 a month easily, or at least he did. He made almost $1 million the year before we divorced and then lied about it. He has all the money at his fingertips to do whatever he wants, to buy my children, take them on trips, take them on vacations. Why I literally have the bare minimum to pay my bills on top of trying to restart a career because it was a hobby, because I was a stay-at-home mom. And now I sit here with the triggers. A fucking trigger because he's going to the Clemson Notre Dame game with my kids.
Sounds like she misses the money above everything else. She can still hang out with the kids. She doesn't have to take them to fancy trips, but she could hang out with them 2 small meaningful places that the kids would enjoy. She complains about the man copying her traditions, but the man also did that for 26 years with her and the kids. They are his traditions now as well. Seems like she's miserable because she can't be involved. The world is listening, and we can see and hear who the real problem was. She really needs to take accountability and develop maturity. They created family traditions together, and she is upset he's still doing them. She needs to work on herself. Thank you for watching this video. Like, subscribe, and comment, and stay tuned for more daily content.